Hey guys, how you doing? All right, y'all ready? Okay, we're going to keep on moving. Today we're doing, and yes, I believe you are actually going to have homework tonight, not just the IXL stuff. All right, 12-2, pairs of angles. Pairs of angles. We're not just going to do pairs of angles. I'm going to be giving you a lot of vocabulary today on different things, not just the two main ones. There's going to be a lot that you're going to be doing. I am assigning IXL. As at the moment of this recording, I have not done it, but I will. And it'll be due probably like Tuesday of next week or something like that. So anyway, you need to do it anyway before the quiz. Your quiz is Monday, don't forget. All right, so here we go. Pairs of angles. Okay, the two main ones that you're going to be learning about today, and I know you had this in 6th grade because I've been teaching it to the 6th graders. So the two different kinds, complementary angles. Now, complementary angles. It's two angles that when added, how much, what's their degree when the measurement, what is their degree when you add them up? Two angles whose measures, y'all remember? Add up to 90 degrees. So if you guessed 90, then you are correct. If you guessed 180 because you get the two confused, then that's what's coming up next. But first, remember complementary, two angles whose when you add up the two angles, they add up to 90. For example, if I had angle a 45 degree plus another angle that was 45 degree. That would be 90 degrees. Those are complementary angles. Let's say I have one angle of 60 degrees. What would the other angle have to be for it to be complementary? 30 degrees. That would give you 90 degrees. You see where I'm going with this? What if I had one angle that was 50 degrees? What would the other angle have to be for it to be considered complementary angles? 40 degrees. There you go. So it's two angles that when you add their measures together give you 90 degrees. If you drew them and put them together, it would give you that 90 degree angle thing. Okay. Supplementary angles. Supplementary. So complementary, supplementary. Now, complementary are two angles that when added give you 90. What do you think supplementary are? They are two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so these are a little bit bigger. For example, if I had an angle that was 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, that'd give you 180 degrees, right? What if I had an angle that was 100 degrees? What would the second one have to be? 80 degrees. Those two angles would be supplementary. What if I had a 120 degree angle? What would the second one have to be for it to be supplementary? 60 degrees. There you go. So you see, supplementary, two angles that when added give you 180. Complementary are two angles that when added give you 90 degrees. Okay, let's move on. For example, if you were given angle A equals 38 degrees, what would its supplement have to be? Okay, supplement. Guess what people get confused on? Which is which? Okay, so given angle A is 38 degrees, what would the supplement be? Easy way of finding that out. Since its supplement, it's 180 degrees minus 38 degrees. That gives you 142 degrees for the other angle, or its supplement. You can check that out by adding 142 degrees plus 38 degrees. That would give you 180 degrees. Okay, so if ever I ask, or a book or whatever says give the supplement of the angle, I would subtract 180 minus whatever that is. Okay? All right. If they ask for a complement, you would do the exact same thing, but you would change out the 180 for 90 because complementary is 90. Okay. Adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. They have a common vertex and a common ray, or you can say side. Okay? For example, A, B, C, and D. Okay, these would be adjacent angles because this is this is an angle here, and this is a different angle here. See the angles? ABC is 1 and CBD is 1. That's a D, not a P. All right, notice they have a common vertex. Remember, that's the vertex right there. And this right here is the ray, the common ray. See, they share that. They're adjacent. I would almost say, like, if you were picturing my classroom is right next to Miss Ogletree's, you know, they would be adjacent. It'd be right next to each other, okay? All right, so let's move on. This is in my face. Hold on. Sorry. So I would say angle ABC is adjacent to angle CBD. Notice again, the vertex always is in the middle. The vertex is always in the middle. Okay? All right. Intersecting lines. Okay, here's where it gets kind of crazy. Intersecting lines share a common point. Okay? For example, those are intersecting lines. See that point? That's that common point right there. All right, now here's where it gets kind of crazy. Some of you probably remember this from 6th grade. I'm going to use a protractor so I can have some straight lines. But this, I do test a lot. Let me rephrase that. I test a lot on this stuff, finding angle measures. So be prepared on this stuff right here. This and then something else we're going to do a little bit later. So pay very close attention. If I have these two angles, or lines, I don't know what I'm talking about now. All right, so I have these two lines. These are intersecting lines right here. All right, let's say this is angle 1. This is angle 2, 3, and 4. Okay, something you need to notice. With intersecting lines, angle 1 is going to equal angle 3. Angle 1 equals angle 3. Angle 2, see I have different lines there to denote that, because this angle does not mean this one. It's not the same as that one. Angle 2 equals angle 4. See, when they're across from each other, notice they equal each other. Angle 2 equals angle 4. 2 equals 4 because they're across from each other. 1 and 3 are the same. So, for example, let's pretend angle 1 is 140 degrees. Then what is angle 3? It's also 140 degrees because they're the same. They're across from each other. If angle 3 is 140, what is angle 2? I'll give you a hint. A straight line. What degree is a straight line? 180 degrees. Watch this. If I cover this up, straight line. Angle 2 and 3, they are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Okay? So if angle 3 is 140, then what's angle 2? You would do 180 degrees minus 140 degrees. That would give you 40 degrees. So angle 2 would be 40 degrees because they equal 180. If angle 2 is 40 degrees, then angle 4 is also 40 degrees because they are the same. But you can also see the straight line? Straight line. Two angles that, when added, give you 180. Straight line. You can even see right here. There's a straight line right there. See that straight line? So angle 1 and 2, when added, give you 180. And the same for right here. See that? Straight line. Both angles, when added, will give you 180. They're supplementary. Okay? So angle, you could say angle 1 plus angle 4 is 180. Okay? Two angles that form a straight line equal 180. All right. Vertical angles. They are opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. Those opposite angles are vertical. Okay? All right? And they also equal each other. These, like 4 and 3, those would be your adjacent. 4 and 2 and 1 and 3, those would be your vertical. Perpendicular lines. They are intersecting lines that form right angles. Okay. These are perpendicular lines. They form right angles right here. We can call this A and B and C and D. So then we could say line AB is perpendicular, that's the sign for it, to C, line CD. That is the symbol for perpendicular. Okay? Okay, let's move on. My gosh, I'm still on the first page. Okay, the next one is parallel lines. They're in the same plane. Do not intersect. Y'all should know this by now. I have line AB and line CD. So line AB is parallel, there's a symbol for parallel, to line CD. Remember that symbol there, don't forget. All right, now I can move on to the second page of notes. There's only 2 pages of notes. I may be making it to 3 tonight, but there's really only 2, so it's not too bad. Okay, oops, what am I talking about this? Traversal. Traversal. It is a line that intersects 2 or more lines. It's one line that intersects 2 or more lines. It looks like this. It would be straighter than that. So the transversal is that thing right there, the crooked one. It's a line that intersects 2 or more lines. So this is intersecting or crossing these 2 lines. Okay. Alternate interior angles. Okay. They're opposite. I'm having trouble spelling tonight. I'm tired. Opposite of traversal. and inside the parallel lines. Okay, key word here. Inside. Can't find my yellow. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me show you what they are. Here's my straight edge. We're going to kill some trees today, I've decided. Okay, guys. Here's my traversal. I'm going to number these angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your alternate interior angles are inside parallel lines. Those are going to be angle 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are your alternate, oops, I'm pointing the wrong thing, alternate interior angles, okay? They're opposite of the traversal. That means they're on either side of the traversal. That's what that means. They're inside parallel lines. Here are your parallel lines. Notice they're inside the parallel lines. Okay, now what's important for you to know is what I need you to know is the measurement. For example, if I give you angle 1 is 110 degrees, and that's all I gave you, and I said find the measurement of all the other angles without using a protractor, you should be able to do it by now. Let me show you. Remember back, let's see, right here, no, right here, when I said that the angles that are opposite from each other are equal. They're the same, right? So if angle 1 is 110 degrees, what should angle 4 be? See, it's like a mystery. So if you just kind of cover this up, angle 1, 4, they're the same, right? See that? You can even see it. So then angle 4 is 110 degrees. All right, I got news for you. Look at 5. Oh, that's for another thing. But anyway, angle 4 and 5, they're the same. 110 degrees. So 5 is 110. What would 8 be? 110. Okay? Also, let's try to find 2. Cover that up. What does, oh my goodness, I did not put arrows on here. Alright. If I cover this up, angle 1 and 2, they form a straight line. So they're supplementary. If you add their measurements up, what do you get? 180. So then angle 2 would be 180 minus 110. That would give you 70 degrees. Because 110 plus 70 degrees equals 180 degrees. So then 2 is 70. If 2 is 70, then 3 is also 70 degrees. If 3 is 70 degrees, then 6 is 70 degrees. And look, 6 and 7, 70 degrees. Okay? Now look at that. Notice they even look the same. Okay? Notice also 4 and 6, your alternate interior, they form 180 degrees. 4 is 110, 6 is 70, 180. So if I were to give you just one measurement and you found the other, you know all the rest. angle 3, and angle 6. Angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and 5 and 3 and 6. They're alternate interior angles. Same measurement. Whoops, same measurement. These, same. 4 and 5, same. So if you know 4, you know 5, 110. 3 is 70, therefore 6 is 70. Alternate interior angles. All right. Now, alternate exterior angles. They're opposite, traversal, and this time they are outside of parallel lines. All right. So I'm going to have to go this way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, your alternate exterior angles, that's going to be your 1, 2, 7, 8. Because they're outside of the parallel lines. So here's my parallel lines, and they are on the outside. See, they're on the outside of the parallel. Angle 1 and angle 8. 1 and 8. They are the same. Angle 2 and angle 7. They're also the same. I don't know why I did that in black. So angle 2, I'm going to put 2 lines. 2 lines. They are the same. They are alternate exterior angles. Okay. Let's pretend that angle 2 is 120 degrees. And I say, find all the others. Well, we know that 2 and 7 are the same because they're alternate exterior angles. And we know 2 and 3 because they're right across from each other. 7 and 6 are the same because they're right across from each other. So we just need to find 1 now because we found all these others. So 1 and 2 form a straight line, and straight line is 180. So you would do 180 minus 120. See, that's 120, so we got to find that. What would that be? 60 degrees, because 120 plus 60 is 180. So then 1 would be 60 degrees. Therefore, 4 is equal to 1, 60. And then 1 and 8 are alternate exterior, so that would be 60. And 5 and 8 are directly across, so that would also be 60. Okay, last note taking, and then we go to the book. Corresponding angles. That's what we've been doing. They're angles that sit in the same location on opposite parallel lines. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, remember, 2 and 3 are the same, 1 and 4 are the same. 2 and 6 are the same, 1 and 5 are the same. 6 and 7, 5 and 8. Y'all see that? All right, well, corresponding angles, an example would be angle 1, and angle 5. Okay, angle 1 and 5. They would equal, if you add them together, whoops, they would equal 180 degrees. Angle 2 and angle 6, no, they do not equal 180. What am I doing? They're the same. I'm sorry. So 2 and 6, they're corresponding, they're the same. Notice that. 1, same as 5. Angle, let's say 4 and angle 8. Corresponding, angle 3 and angle 7. Corresponding. All right. If I'm totally confusing y'all, you may want to go back over this video. All right, here we go. Let's do examples from the book. Look at, oops, let me turn the page. Look at number 2. It's all going to make sense when we do these examples anyway. Number 2. It says, find the complement of the following angles. Number 2 is 82 degrees. So what would the complement be? Complement, remember, equals 90. So you would do 90 minus 82. 90 degrees minus 82 degrees. And what do you get? 8 degrees. And you can check that out by doing 82 plus 8, and that gives you 90. So it checks. So the answer is 8. 8 is the complementary angle to 82. 4. Same thing. They give us 63. So we're going to do 90 degrees minus 63 degrees. You get 27 degrees. We can check that by saying 63 plus 27 equals 90. Check. Okay, let's do 8. This time we're looking for the supplement. Remember that equals 180 degrees. So 8 is 118. So what would the supplement angle be for this one right here? You would do 180 minus 118 degrees. That would give you 62. And you can check that by going back and adding. That gives you 180, so it checks. I'll do another one. Oh, this is going to be hard. What is the supplement to 4 degrees? You would do 180 degrees minus 4 degrees. 176 degrees. And you can check that by saying 4 degrees plus 176 degrees. That gives you 180. Okay, so think you understand that. Let's go to 20. Okay, for 20, it says without measuring. That means do not use a protractor. Find the following angle measures. All right, so they give you intersecting lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they say that this angle right here is 37 degrees. So for 20, they want to know what is the measurement for angle 2. If angle 1 is 37, and if angle 1 and 2 form a straight line, that's 180. Angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. So if angle 1 is 37 degrees, we can subtract 180 minus 37 degrees. What does that give you? 143 degrees. So then angle 2 is 143 degrees. You can go back and check that. 37 plus 143 equals 180. It checks. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so if you need to rewind that, go back and look. They give you in the book angle 1, and it's 37 degrees. And they want to know what angle 2 is. Well, they both form a straight line, which is 180 degrees. All you do is 180 minus 37 gives you 143. So now we know that 2 is 143. All right, 22. Using the same figure, they want to know what the measurement for angle 4 is. Well, if 2 is 143, 4 is directly across from it, so it's going to be the same. So then angle 4 is also 143 degrees. You don't have to do any subtracting or anything. Okay? All right. Now for 32. Okay, so for 32, we're going to be using the drawing there in your book. Okay, we're using that drawing in your book, and it looks something like this. We're doing 32. And I have 1, 4, 2, 3, 8, 7, 5, 6. Okay. In the directions, it said given, where am I? The measurement for angle 1 is 101. So then angle 1, remember this is in the directions. This is in the directions. Angle 1 is 101 degrees. With that information, you should be able to do all the other angles. You really could. But I'm not going to right now because you're going to have to do some of that for your homework. Number 32, they said, what is the measure for angle 4? Well, here's angle 4. Angle 1 and angle 4, they form a straight line. Therefore, if you added them together, they give you 180 degrees. So angle 1 plus angle 4 equal 180. Angle 1 is 101 plus whatever is going to give us 180. We can subtract 180 minus 101. That gives us 79 degrees. And we can check that by adding it. So then angle 4 is 79 degrees. Now with that information, I guarantee you'll be able to find all these others. Like, look at 34. I'm going to do one more. 34 is, they're asking the measurement for angle 8. Remember, where is it? Corresponding angles. Okay, so for example, yeah, you could say 1 and 8 are the same. See that? 1 and 8 are the same. So then 8 is 101. Okay. What is 36? I'll do another one. I like doing this stuff. This stuff I have fun with. 36, they want to know what's the measurement of angle 6. Well, if we know what 8 is, and 6 is directly across, then we know it's also 101. Okay, I think you're good. Contact me if you have any questions or you need help. I am assigning some IXL on this, so it should be very helpful to you for extra practice. You're going to be doing numbers 1 through 11 odd and 21. Yeah. Yeah. And then 33 to 37 odd. Okay? That is due Thursday. You have a quiz Monday, and I am doing IXL, but I'm not sure when it's due at this moment. I will it'll be assigned to you and you'll know. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Is that Bruce?